Hello, everyone, and welcome to Virtual Group Fitness. My name is Avni, and I'll be your instructor tonight. Tonight's class is going to be a yin restorative yoga class. So, what that means is we're going to be doing a lot of grounded, rooted postures on our mat tonight and help focus on our breath with some breathing techniques to help get that nice, gentle stretch in our muscles to help bring our body to a nice, relaxed state. Sound like a good deal? Sounds like a good deal to me. All right, a few reminders before we get started tonight. Firstly, make sure you have enough space around you to move. We'll mainly be staying on our mat tonight, but just in case, do a couple arm circles. Make sure you don't hit anything or anyone. Secondly, but most importantly, listen to your body. Throughout class tonight, I'll be referencing and saying things such as going to that first edge and then going 25 to 50%. In our stretches tonight, we don't want to push ourselves too hard, but we want to go to where we feel that first stretch sensation. And I'll talk a little bit about that more throughout class. And thirdly, if your video is having connection trouble, go back to that registration link and you can re-access the class, or you can access it on our YouTube channel. This class will be posted there afterwards, so be sure to check it out. One more thing before we get started. I have 2 blocks with me here tonight, but you can use 2 or 1 blanket or a towel. These are just going to be used to help give us a little bit more support in those poses to take some tension off of our joints and our muscles. All right. And with all of that being said, let's get started. All right, so for class tonight, we're going to start in child's pose. So we're slowly going to make our way down onto all fours. We're going to have our shoulders gently stacked over our wrists and our hips over our knees, just very gently like a tabletop. All right, and we're going to bring the top of our feet into the mat. And slowly we can take that block, that blanket, or that towel if we'd like. We can place it above our calves or in between that right angle that our knee makes. Excellent job, guys. And slowly we're going to inhale in through our nose. Exhale, bringing our weight back onto that blanket or that towel, and then walking our fingertips forward, bringing our forehead to rest into the mat. Excellent job, guys. And we want to create some space between our ears. So if we have our shoulders right close up against our ears, maybe crawl those fingertips back a little bit and allow those shoulder blades to draw down our back. Just creating space in our body here. Feeling our spine elongate. Feeling the tops of our feet root into the earth. Feeling our shins into our mat. Our palms gently resting on the earth. And just breathing at our own pace here. Centering ourselves for our practice. And then very slowly, we're going to go into our first breathing exercise. First, I want you guys to exhale all that air that you have in your lungs right now. Just exhale. And once we have that air out, we're going to slowly inhale for 4, and then we're going to hold for 7, and then slowly exhale for 8. Don't worry, guys. I'm going to count with you. All right. So slowly inhale in through our nose for 1, 2, 3, 4, and then hold it for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then slowly exhale that air with control, paying attention to it for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent job, guys. And just taking note about how we feel right now. Just taking note how we feel taking that breath. Bringing our attention to our breath is so important because it helps calm the mind and relax the body, relieving any of that tension or that stress that we have, and just leaving it off of our mat, allowing ourselves to be present here. And then very slowly gently crawl your fingertips to the top right corner of our mat. And we're going to feel that stretch on the left side of our body. And then one more time, exhale that air. And then in through our nose, slowly inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4, and then holding for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then gently exhale that air out through our nose for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Great job, guys. Slowly curl those fingertips back to center. And just notice if you feel a difference between your right and left side. Just bringing our attention to our body tonight. And slowly crawl those fingertips to the top left corner of our mat without picking our forehead up off from the earth. We really want to keep our forehead nice and rooted and feeling that stretch on the right side of our body. We're going to exhale that air and slowly inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4, holding for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and slowly exhaling for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent, guys. Really just focusing our attention on our breath, which is the challenge that restorative yoga poses for ourselves because it's all about challenging our mind to relax. And then crawl those fingertips back to the center. And just take a deep breath in through our nose. And then slowly exhale out through our nose. Letting go. With each exhale, allowing room for another inhale, for a new beginning, a fresh start. And then exhale, letting go. And then slowly on our next inhale, we'll slowly bring ourselves up. And then taking that blanket and placing it right on our mat. And then we're slowly going to come into that seated position. And we have 2 options tonight for our seated position. Our first option is staff pose. And so staff pose, we're going to have our legs nice and long in front of us. Excellent job, guys. Removing that fluff from beneath us so we can really feel those sit bones really root into our blanket, our towel, or our mat. And what this does is it alleviates some of that pressure on our low back and creates more space in our hip joints so we can get a nice, gentler stretch. Great job. And then our second option, if we'd like, is to take Sukhasana or easy seat. Crisscross applesauce, guys. Excellent job. And then slowly, once again, removing that fluff from beneath us, feeling those sit bones really root into the earth. And we're going to imagine that our spine is a nice, long, sturdy tree trunk, and those sit bones are the roots of that trunk. And slowly, we're going to inhale our arms up to sky as if they're tree branches growing up towards the sky, bringing those palms together. And then we're going to interlace those fingertips, flipping our palms up towards the sky. We're gently going to peek up at our fingertips, noticing which pinky is closest to the sun. I have my left pinky on top of my right, and we're just going to take brief note of that. And then we just gently close our eyes. Nice inhale, reach up, and exhale, we're going to go to our right. Just gentle stretch here, guys. Just very gently. Excellent job. And slowly inhale our way back up to the center. Reach with those palms still interlaced. And then slowly come to the opposite side. Creating a little bit of balance here in our body. And slowly bring ourselves back up to that center. Inhale, exhale those palms to our sides. Maybe give ourselves a couple shoulder rolls. Opening up our chest a little bit here. And once again, we're going to inhale those arms up towards the sky. bringing those palms together. And then remembering how we had which pinky was facing up towards the sun, we're going to reverse it. So now my right pinky is facing the sun and it's on top of my left pinky. And this might feel a little weird the first couple of times we reverse this flip. And we're going to exhale to the right because our body has an automatic way that it does things. And when we do it the opposite way, our body's kind of like, whoa, this is new. And so we do this so that we create that mindfulness and that attention to our body. And slowly we'll come to the left. Just so in our brain it has that new connection, that new way of doing things, and it takes note of that. And slowly exhale, coming out of that. Give ourselves a gentle shoulder roll. We'll take our left arm and hook it with our right, rolling those shoulder blades down our back, creating that space between our ears. And we'll feel this stretch in our upper back and right along our arm here. Relaxing that palm, relaxing our left palm. And just holding here. 2 more breaths. Deep in through our nose, guys. And exhale out through our nose. And then one more time. Deep inhale in through our nose. And then exhale out through our nose. Releasing that arm. Shake it out a little bit. Gentle shake. And then we're going to bring that right arm across our chest. Hook it with our left arm. Roll those shoulder blades down. Just gently relax that palm. Feeling that engagement right across our arm. Maybe a little bit in our upper back. Maintaining that nice sturdy tree trunk. We're going to take one deep inhale in through our nose. And then one nice exhale out through our nose. Releasing those arms down by our sides. Gentle shake. And then once again, we're going to inhale, creating that nice sturdy tree trunk, rolling those shoulder blades down our back. Almost sitting like nice, tall, and proper here. We're going to take our right palm to our left knee, bringing those left fingertips coming gently behind us. And I say fingertips because we want to maintain that length in our spine so we can also get that nice stretch in our core as well. And gently come to where you feel that first edge. And so that at the first edge, you should still be able to breathe nice and easily. And you should feel a little bit of that spinal twist. Not going so far as to we would crack our back, because that's putting a lot of stress and a lot of tension on those muscles and on those joints and on our back. But just gentle here to where we feel that twist. And if we feel as though we've gone a little bit too far, we can exhale out of this twist. Give ourselves a second to reset ourselves. And then gently just slowly come back into this twist, going to where we feel that first edge. We're going to exhale that air. And then slowly inhale in through our nose for 1, 2, 3, 4. And then holding for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then gently exhale that air out through our nose for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent job, guys. And then gently we're going to exhale, coming out of this twist. And then pausing here at the center, take a moment and notice if you feel a difference between your right and left side of your body, especially in our back, maybe our arms. And just close your eyes and take a minute to just notice that subtle difference. And then slowly we're going to come on to the opposite side. We're going to bring that left palm to that right knee and slowly walk those right fingertips behind us, taking our gaze to follow this twist. We can close our eyes if we would like. Just remembering to maintain that nice, sturdy tree trunk that's really rooted into the earth. And if we feel that we've come a little bit too far in this twist, gently exhale, take a moment to reset, and slowly bring that palm back to that knee and crawling those fingertips to come back into this twist, rolling those shoulder blades down, maintaining that nice length here. Deep inhale in through our nose for 1, 2, 3, 4, and then holding for just 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and gently with control releasing for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent job, guys. Just taking a few more breaths here. Breathing deep into our low belly, into our diaphragm. And the only way we can work that muscle is through breathing. Slowly, let's come out of this. And then maybe take a baby twist to the opposite side. And then a baby twist to the opposite side again. Then rolling those shoulder blades just down our back by our shoulders. And slowly we're going to crawl our left fingertips out by our side. And then inhale that right arm up towards the sky. And just gently bring it overhead. Maybe we can walk those fingertips out a little bit more. Imagining a giant marshmallow or a beach ball right in between our inner side and our arm that's in contact with the earth, just to create a little bit more space in between each tiny vertebrae. We spend a lot of our time, I'm guilty of this as well, being on our online classes, sitting down, slouched over, and our spine is contracting itself. And here we're lengthening that to kind of reverse that posture a little bit and to give our core a nice stretch as well. And slowly we'll come back to center. Once again, taking note of the right and left side of our body. And then slowly we're going to crawl those right fingertips out. Reach up with that left palm. Reach. And then slowly bring it overhead. Maybe crawling those fingertips out a little bit more. Imagining that marshmallow or that beach ball to really bring ourselves to stretch that vertebrae. Reaching with that arm. Taking deep inhale in through our nose into the low belly. Really strengthening and working that diaphragm to help us with that breath support and breath control. And slowly bring ourselves back to center. Shake our arms out a little bit. And then if we're in staff pose, we can place our palms right above our kneecap, not on our kneecap, but just that area above on our low thigh. And if we are in Sukhasana, we'll place both palms on our knee. And once again, we're going to shine that chest forward, rolling those shoulder blades down. Looking up, taking that gaze up towards the sky, but keeping our chin nice and leveled. So if I were to come around and put a glass of water right on your head, you'd be able to have it there nice, steady, and balanced. You can close our eyes here if we'd like. Deep inhale and then slowly exhale, rounding the spine, bringing that chin to our chest, creating that space in our upper back. And if we feel a bit of pinching in our low back, slowly bring ourselves a little bit more forward here. And then we're going to bring that chest to shine one more time like a proud lion or a seal. Just really being nice and sturdy here. Opening that chest, rolling those shoulder blades down, and slowly rounding that spine. Bringing that chin to our chest, almost making like a domed shape. And slowly inhale, bringing ourselves back to neutral. Giving ourselves a gentle shake, and then slowly remove that block from beneath us. And we're going to take a few rock and rolls here. So we're going to give ourselves a nice tight hug and then slowly start to rock and roll up and down. Not coming all the way up, but just gently allowing our spine to have a little bit of length here, a little bit of contact with the earth, and then slowly on our next roll, slowly bring yourself to root into the earth, and then give ourselves a nice tight hug and rock side to side, almost like a little baby roly-poly, or like a football, just rocking side to side. And then our last rock, we'll slowly bring ourselves back to center, give ourselves that nice tight squeeze, and then release, bringing those legs, bringing our feet in contact with the earth. Slowly sway your knees from side to side. Windshield wiping our knees. We'll bring our arms to a goal post, and we'll slowly bring our knees to the right side, giving ourselves a gentle stretch in our back. Breathing deep in through our nose for 1, 2, 3, 4, and then holding it for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then exhaling for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent job, guys. And then taking 2 more breaths here at our own pace. With each inhale, welcoming a fresh start, a new beginning. And then with each exhale, just letting go of that stress, that tension. Just allowing ourselves to let go and to be present. And on that next inhale, we'll slowly bring those knees back up to center, noticing that difference in our right and left side. Gentle windshield wiping our legs. And then we're going to have them fall to the left side. And then once again, guys, deep inhale in through our nose. In for 1, 2, 3, 4. Holding for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then slowly exhale with control for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Great job, guys. I'm just taking 2 more deep inhales in through our nose, out through our nose here. Feeling our stomach rise with that inhale. Our shoulders remain relaxed in the mat. And just noticing that our stomach, our diaphragm expands when we inhale and then comes back down when we exhale. And on that next inhale, we'll bring those feet in contact with the mat. Just rocking our knees from side to side. And then 1 leg at a time, we'll bring our feet into the earth with our legs nice and long extended. We'll bring our palms up above our head and then really extending our bodies, taking a nice full body stretch, flexing those feet as if we just woke up from the best nap ever, giving ourselves that nice full body stretch here. Inhale and then exhale, releasing that stretch, but keeping our palms above our head. We're going to bring our fingertips to the top right corner of our mat. Glide our feet to the bottom right corner of our mat, coming into the most creatively named pose, banana pose, because from a bird's eye view, you look like a banana. So we're just gently stretching the entire left side of our body in this stretch, stretching from our toes, all the way up to our pinky finger, giving our obliques and our lats a nice stretch here. Very gentle, very relaxing. Just really focusing on that breath, maybe envisioning it as a shape, maybe a circle. As we inhale, that circle becomes larger. As we exhale, that circle contracts itself, getting a little bit smaller. Inhaling for 1, 2, 3, 4, and then holding for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then exhaling that air with control for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then exhaling all that air out. We're going to take one more deep inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. And then holding for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then exhaling that air for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Just taking a few more breaths here. And doing the 4, 7, 8 breathing helps slow our nervous system down a little bit to really help ground and root ourselves and be present. Helps create a balance with our flight or fight response. Help balance our mind, balance our body, knowing that we're safe and that we have things under control. We always have our breath to fall back on. And slowly glide those feet to the bottom center of our mat and glide those palms to the top center. And then we'll come on to the opposite side, gliding our feet to the bottom left corner, and then gliding those palms to the top left corner. And slowly feeling this stretch on the right side of our body. Deep inhale in through our nose for 1, 2, 3, 4, and then holding for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then slowly exhaling, letting go for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And exhaling all that air out, letting go, giving ourselves room for a new start. We're going to inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4, and then holding for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then releasing that air for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Taking 2 more breaths at our own. Deep inhale, feeling the stomach rise with that inhale. And then with that release, we feel our stomach go down. Feeling ourselves become heavier and heavier into the earth. Glide our feet to the bottom center of our mat and glide those arms down by our sides. We can have our palms resting face down on the mat, or we can flip our palms, having them face up towards the sun, or we can place both of our palms on our low belly, feeling our stomach rise and fall with each inhale and exhale. Or we can place one palm on our stomach and one palm beneath our head. Slowly taking a minute here. Exhaling all of that air out through our nose. And then once again, we're going to inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. Holding, allowing ourselves room to grow. And then slowly we're going to exhale for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Knowing that we can always come back to this feeling on and off of our mat just by focusing on our breath. Our breath is so powerful. Without our breath, we would not be here. And we have our breath always with us to fall back on when times get tough and everything moves so fast. We can always just take a minute to breathe. Inhaling for 4, holding for 7, and exhaling for 8. We always have that in our toolbox. We can always use it. And then very slowly, we can roll onto one side, using our arm as a pillow, taking some pressure off of our chest. And then very slowly, whenever we're ready at our own pace, we'll come up into a seated position. And once we're there, we'll inhale our arms up towards the sun, bringing our palms together. We're going to exhale, bringing those palms to our forehead for mindful speech, and bringing our palms to our mouth, and then bringing our palms to our heart for mindful intention. Thank you all for joining me for Yin Yoga at 8 p.m. I'll see you Tuesday at 8 p.m. Namaste. And a couple reminders, make sure you register for the Fall Fitness Challenge. You can access that through OwlFit, and you can enter. All right, guys, have a great night.